Well, a little early afternoon, at least over on the East Coast. Little, just a quick crypto market update. You guys see that video Bitcoin Ben did last night about future as far as which cryptos are gonna be sticking around, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and he says Ripple. I mean, it sounded like that always from Cliff High. Anyways, it's gonna be a bankster coin. He's always aggravated by it, and I'm like, that damn banker coin, I can't touch any of it. But but if this is going to be one of the coins sticking around for a really, really long time, like maybe forever, and it's, forecast to go up in the future, well, it's kind of like that old saying, I talk about the train passing by, well, it's New World Order stuff, crypto market, everything is New World Order. Well, you have an opportunity to catch the New World Order train that's coming by and you can't stop it anyways, but you can just reach your hand out a little bit, grab some of those crypto flakes that fly off the train, possibly making you wealthy. Again, something out of your control anyways. I would always tell you, I've always said it, jump on the train, grab some. So you might argue Ripple's the same thing. Well, Joe, I mean, if it's going to be there anyways, of course I'd rather support another coin like, Litecoin, anything else. But, Ben had talked about it, he's like, I don't want to touch that damn thing anyways, But you got to think about it, make some money, longer term, I don't know. Are there going to be other altcoins that run up here shortly? You take that profit, then maybe put some into Ripple or some other ones. I mean, it's a thought, but, crypto market's up a little bit today. I mean, again, it was just recently back down to 190, well, around 190, I think. Last couple of days it's been hovering around that 199, 200. It's up another few billion here. And I was just taking a look at Redcoin and checking out some of the markets before I decided to do this little video real quick. But yeah, I mean, Bitcoin 6,400 again, it's back up. Ethereum's pretty safely over $200, I feel, anyways. Not to say that this stuff can't go down. You know how it is. Now Ripple has been getting pumped here last few days. It's a 7-day graph, so this is about 3 days ago we've seen this from here. But Litecoin's up 50 something bucks. Still waiting patiently though. I haven't changed anything I've thought about that. Poked around at Tezos because when the market was getting hit the other day, I said, man, let's take a look at let me close this one. At Tezo, Cliff High's old thing, the old mystery coin. If this thing goes below ICO, and I mean you can kind of see the price here. It's down pretty low, but it's still $1.20. I thought someone had told me it's around 60 something cents. 69 was like the original price people paid, and it's what 159 at the moment. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see on this one as he's getting, maybe didn't get quite down all the way to lower than ICO price. That was the mysterious or mystery coin, technicalities we were looking for. And then he said you wait a couple years after this and that coin would be like, whoa, crazy good. That's what his data was showing. We had a hard time figuring out which coin it was until a few things happened. And then boom, it filled like 60 something percent of the data to where he's like, yes, anything over 30 or 38, he's like, I feel very comfortable with. And this hit over 60%. Now coins like EOS were secondary, like, oh, I wonder EOS. But it only filled like, I thought he said around 18% at one point. So he's like, yeah, I just don't see that being it. We've got Digibyte, as you know, 34. It just loves this range. 33, 34, 33. It fights. Sometimes it makes it up to 28, 29. Back down. Again, I think Cliff is saying get ready for this to happen. Again, this whole thing where, because I thought he said it recently. Was it his last report? I don't remember. But the whole thing with 34, or Digibyte was in the 50s on the chart here. Like 50 something down here. It creeped its way up, kept going, and then it just kind of hit a roadblock in this area. It's been that way for a while now, but it is set to continue, on up at some point. So that's one of the other reasons, of course, we love Digibyte when that happens. It hasn't happened yet. I mean, in all fairness, we can't sit here and say we know with 100% certainty, but I feel like we have a good idea where this thing's going. And then, of course, we got Redcoin 65. It was around 0025 for a while, and it's now 3. But we're looking for some big numbers. Psychic Desiree feels. I'm telling you. She was like, again, she was like panicked. Woke up in the middle of the night. This was a little while back. And her husband woke her husband up. We got to get ready, going. She fell back asleep. He wakes up the next morning. What were you screaming about last night? She goes, I don't know. I don't remember anything like that. What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, you wake up in a panic. We got to get Redcoin. We got to get Redcoin. I look over at you, and then you fall back asleep. She's like, I said that? He goes, yeah. So she goes, maybe we should get some Redcoin. Hey, again, this is my thoughts. You know what? I don't care if it's woo-woo. I like to throw mud on the wall and see if it sticks, but for me, it does at least have to make some sense. Like, I mean, if I was doing that, I could pick every single coin, oh, let's throw some mud on that one. Let's throw some mud on that one, You got to pick and choose when it makes sense to you, and this is me. This is what makes sense to me. I just repeat it to you guys, and whether you follow me is up to you, If you follow me off a cliff, sorry about your luck. If you follow me to the promised land, not sorry about your luck. Good for you. I don't think we're falling off a cliff, though. I think we're going to the promised land. And then Theta. Theta's been 89, 90, even though the price is down. But again, all the prices are down on everything. So that thing used to be 100 and higher. A lot of times I have to go to the second page to see it. But for quite a while, Theta's been over here in the low 90s. I'm sure you see Electronium up 32% practically over. That's probably a day's time period, I think. Not that it matters, What happened to these prices, Joe? Back here, again, back in January, all-time high, 18 cents. 18 cents. Where's it at now? Half of a cent. Right? Half a penny. So, 18 in life, you got it. 18 in life, Your crime is time. Oh, tell me about it. Crime is time. We ain't got nothing but time. Waiting. Come on. Oh, no, down. Oh, there goes. No, down. Sorry. That can only happen to you, 30 times before you say, I'm not even falling for that one. I've fallen for that one. And then it really goes. Then it really captures your attention. But see, if you're out of the market when that happens, because you've lost all faith, well, then you missed it. And the cycle starts all over again. So everybody, psychic-wise, everyone's still like October, November, December. We are feeling good. And I think one of them feels like October is going to be better than November and December. But the three of them basically feel those 3 months are going to be good. Don't worry about it. So, we'll see. The good news is we don't have to wait all year. We are 3/4 of the way through the year practically, right? In October, we're in that final quarter. And yeah, look, my fingers are crossed. I'm going to tell you a little story. And those of you that hate the woo-woo and the psychic stuff, go ahead and get ready. Get your fingers ready. Preparing the finger. The keyboard, that is. Remember the space balls? Preparing the light speed. Preparing the light speed. Preparing to go. Why? What's with all this preparing? Just go. Trolls, prepare your fingers. Preparing our fingers. When I was with Desiree, did I mention this? Maybe I did. If I did, I'll just tell it to you again, just as a reminder. I don't think I did, but I might have. I don't think I did. We were at the table. Matter of fact, I believe it was the last night, Saturday night we were there, before we went up to my room and did the little, seance thing, whatever, her try to tap into some of these treasure guys, of the past, which was really cool. I'd love to show you the video, but I can't. There's just too much in there that I just have to keep private. But, at some point, that video probably will come out when, we're done over there or whatever, and I'd like to show it to you. But it was that night. So before, and that's kind of what I'm about to tell you is kind of what led us, to, hey, Desiree, you want to try and see if you can help Joe out, with just at least see if the stuff's there. She's like, yeah, what the hell, we got time to kill, let's go. And she's the real deal. I had people at this conference telling me, Joe, she just read me like that morning. She's the real deal. She's good. Like, I know. Thanks. Good. Awesome. So we're at the table and she's like, oh, you want to do, she's like, let's do this pendulum thing. She goes, all right. She goes, show me yes. It moves, the bottom. Show me no. It goes this way. Okay. And all right, let's see what she's doing here. She asked us some questions. One of the questions was about Redcoin going up pretty significantly. And I don't know if she said it in a time frame. I thought she gave a time frame, but I don't remember now. Other than I know we're talking soon. Is it this month or next month? I don't know. But it said yes. I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, you want to try it? I'm like, all right. Now, when she said that to me, I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. But my mind is saying, I got her sitting here and Jan sitting next to me. It's just us at the table. And she's got her cards out on the table, the tarot cards, because she was just doing some stuff. Like when I showed up. But anyways, so I'm telling myself, if this thing don't move, it ain't gonna move. Like, I'm not gonna make it move because she's sitting in front of me. If this thing is a fraud, at least for me anyways, they're both about to see that it ain't moving. And maybe I don't have the magic psychic touch. Maybe she does, and that's why it worked for her, but not me. Or the conspiracy, or the non-woo-woo people out there, the skeptics, would say, well, that's just because it was a fraud anyways, and she was making it move. And you would have a point that is a possibility, but I grabbed that son of a gun, did my little hand, just hold it over my hand. I said, show me yes. And I'm trying, make sure, okay, before I set it on my hand so it was not moving, then picked it up to where it was off my hand, just a little bit, like about this far. I'm like, show me yes. And I'm thinking, oh, here we go. This son of a bitch is going to sit still as the night. It starts moving a little bit, down here, just a little bit, enough to clearly see, okay. I said, okay, thank you. I put it down to stop it. She goes, Joe, you don't even have to do that. You could just ask it. I'm like, oh, okay. So, show me, I said, show me yes, and I said, show me no, and it went like this way for me. I said, okay, thank you. So, I said, am I going to pay my house off? And I think, I can't remember if I said 4 or 6 months. I want to say I said 4 months. Because I'm like, okay, October, November, December, January, this is the time frame of, should be good, we hope, right? So I think I said 4 months, and it said, yes, okay. What was my next question? Are we going to go on a treasure hunt? Yes. Are we going to find something? Or I may have said I, not we, or I just said I, whatever. Am I going to find something? Yes. Oh. And then I was like, all right, cool. So I just gave it back to her, and yeah, I've never done that. What the hell? But my kid Ashley, my youngest Ashley, she saw one of these things at a store when we were out a while back, and she's like, "Oh, Daddy, can I have one of those?" And I bought. It was when we were in Lilydale. They had a little thing in downtown, the city, whatever, little small town, but they had a little fair that day of not a fair, but little vendors everywhere, and there was some girl that was not the fake psychic, but another one. There was a fake psychic out there. There was another one that had those things, and she really liked that. So anyway, she got it. She was doing it, except when Ashley does it, let me just use my hand to show you. She'll ask a question. She wants a yes. Ashley, you can't move your hand. I'm not. Do it again. She asked the question. Ashley. You can't make it say yes or no. It has to do it automatically. I'm not moving it. Ashley, your hand is... That's my 9-year-old. So she had one, and I played with it with her while she had it. So technically I did do it before, but not seriously like we did at this table. So we're fixed to find out, is Snippy fixed to pay his house off in full in the next 4 months? Are we going on a treasure hunt? I mean, I'd already answered that anyways. Like, I'm absolutely hell-bent on going, but it's like, well, what if Michelle does this and reads all the maps we gave her, and she's like, it's all been found, or, Joe, there's nothing there. Just a bunch of wild goose chase fairy tales. Really? Which would be shocking to me. And then what? Well, we're not going there. So therefore, so it's a possibility. But anyways, I just want to share that woo-woo with you. And then it was after that, Jan was like, hey, do you want to try, because they'd already checked out. So I'm like, well, I still have my room. Let's go there where it's quiet. Not got people around us seeing us doing this woo-woo inside of a restaurant, for God's sakes, which was in the hotel, hotel restaurant. But we went upstairs, and 45 minutes later, and then Jan messaged me today, and it's like, Joe, I wanted to ask you more about that night, what Desiree had told us. Did you give her anything? Like, would she have known any of the stuff she talked about last night? I said, well, I did send her some stuff, like a couple weeks ago, whatever it was. And she said if she like, all right, when I have time, I'll look at them. And she goes, and I said, well, here's a screenshot of the only like real information that was in that. It's just a little small summary in the beginning. The rest of it was just like Google Maps, And so I said, here's the only information she could have got. Now, of course, someone could argue, well, maybe she went and tried to look up everybody and all that. But when she came out there was no intention of doing this. It was Jan kind of spur of the moment saying, hey, do you think you could do this? And she's like, yeah. So a lot of what you can find on the internet about some of these stories doesn't have the detail that anyone could have found just searching the internet. But that book that I got, which she did not know, and Jan does not know the book I got, that was told to me by my buddy Joe, he said, you got to get that one. This guy, he's like, I actually know the author now, but he's done the research. He's got everything, the pictures from the family, even some maps and some this and that. So his story is like the gospel. And I learned a lot reading the book that I didn't know, and I already knew a bit about this story just from the past, and this treasure story. So there was a lot of detail in the book only that wasn't on the internet, and she was picking up on a lot of the stuff. Well, I shouldn't say a lot because it wasn't a lot, but enough stuff that I don't feel she could have just found and remembered all this stuff to randomly do this reading in the middle of the night, out of nowhere. And then the other guy she got, the second guy, because she's like, all right, he's leaving. He's willing to talk to us. He's excited. Oh, great. I said, do you have time to run one more person's name? Yeah, go ahead. So I give it to her. She starts saying something. She's having a hard time hearing what he's saying. Can't make out what he's saying for some reason. And I'm like, huh. She's like, is he like a foreigner or something? Does he speak a different language? I said, no, this guy was an American. He spoke regular English. And I was like, I'm not sure why she's having a hard time. So I did a little research afterwards, and I should have known before, actually, because it's something I'd come across, but I didn't think of it at the time. And it made perfect sense to me after the fact. Oh my God, I know why you couldn't understand him. Holy crap, I know why. And I sent her a little message. So it's like, wow, she nailed that guy. She got him. So anyways, just a little bonus at the end of this little video. I'm gung-ho about going. We're just waiting on White Dove because she's the one. She's the one that must come because she's our partner. Me and Pete and everybody, we're all a team. This thing with Desiree was simply me like, oh, well, Jan's like, oh, do you think you can help him? Just see if it's there. Just to give him an idea. And she's like, let's go see. And she tuned right in. And absolutely, there should be some stuff there still. Bottom line. So now it's like, okay, if I could just get Michelle to reach out to Pete, we're waiting in line, come on, to do it, get more specifics. If Michelle gets in on it, it's like, yes, then we have to schedule. When do we go? Let's schedule it. We only need a few days, for her to work, because we're just going to go this area. All right, you feel that's a good spot? If we don't see something obvious right there on the spot, okay, GPS it, let's go to the next spot. We only got her for a limited time. We might as well hit up all these different spots we know about to see is there anything there in the general area or we're close or whatever. And I'm just going to tell you, I almost feel like I can almost see this happening. We're driving along, on the way to a spot, and then all of a sudden, Michelle, I can almost see this. Hey, stop, whoa, go that way, go that way, go that way, turn right here. Okay, turn. Yep, go this way. I almost feel like that's fixing to happen. Like nothing we were expecting. We're on the way to this, site number 2, site number 3, and then all in the middle, oh, whoa, turn here. Go that way. I'm not saying that I know that's going to happen, but I feel like it's going to happen. It's weird. So, let's see. And we will be videotaping, this whole adventure, but it's going to be a while. Like if we get serious, in other words, we go there, she's there and this and that, there's going to be some videotaping going on, but I can't sit here and tell you when it'll be released. Especially if we find something. That could get delayed quite a while till we get the stuff that we need to get. You know what I mean? That's assuming we find something, but that's it for now. Got some more political, whatever, interesting videos to do on that side of things. Take care.